G'day, Dave here, the Enlightened Plumber, with today's quote. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. This is from Maya Angelou. All right. So a butterfly, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful creatures. They fly through the air ever so gently and softly. They look gorgeous in all their wonderful colors, and they sit ever so delicately on petals, flowers, bushes, fingers, you name it. They'll flitter and flutter about everywhere, and they look awesome, and they fly, and they're very just awesome and fresh looking. And yet, where do they come from? Well, they come from this kind of squidgy little caterpillar thing that kind of creeps along and looks sort of like a slug, but not as sticky and icky and gooey. And then they go into a tube that they make out of their own spit, and then they break out of that and they're something nice. But while they're converting, they're turning into sludge and mush, and it's craziness, the stuff that goes through. So where is this in relation to anything else? Well, I think where Maya was coming from this aspect was the fact that to look at the wonders of the successful people, or someone that you would admire in that instance, they look awesome to you or me at this moment in time when we're admiring them, and we're going, wow, I can't believe what they have done. Can you see all the wonderful things they have? And so in that regard, these idols, as it were, rather than having glorious, colorful wings, may have sports cars and expensive paintings and holidays and whatever, all the things that look awesome to us as onlookers, will just be these amenities that these people have, right? But for us, it's just the same as colorful wings. But we don't know necessarily what they've had to do to get there. And we might be able to get, say, some of that by reading autobiographies and finding out what's gone on. But most people, when you hear about someone, if a friend of yours starts talking about an idol of theirs, all you'll hear about is the super wow stuff that's out here, and you won't hear about what they've actually gone through. In a similar way, I think life can be looked at from Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, any of these things of people you may know, and maybe not super rich and famous people, but just everyday people. Every time you look at something that's out there, all you see is the top level. This is what I want to show you. This is the best I've got. This is the most important things in my life. And you don't know the rest of their story or the rest of what's gone on in the world. And that can be, well, my family's broken up. I don't speak to anybody. The only time I'm smiling is when I'm on stage or in front of a crowd. Or you haven't seen how many people I've had to fire, berate, abuse, whatever. Or maybe that's been themselves, that, hey, I've been let go from 20 jobs in my entire life, and all of a sudden now I've got this gig where I'm a rock star and whatever. There's all this other stuff that goes on about how badly someone's gone through. Some people will be beaten. Some people don't have any money. Some people have had to go through poverty and starvation for years before they get a break, and all of a sudden it goes up, right? There's no end of stories of what's going on, but all typically we see are the glorious stuff up top here, all the things that they've done or what they've got, or all the accolades that are coming their way, but without seeing any of that. And that's where this quote is coming in, because typically we don't want to go down and look at where things are coming from. And the reason being is a very hard one, is that, well, if they've done that coming from all this, what's my excuse for not being up here as well? So we delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. From Maya Angelou and myself, Dave the Enlightened Plumber, have yourself an awesome day and be your own butterfly. Take care. See you on the next one.